Oh. Welcome back, guys. My name's Luke. Welcome to 5 Acre Farms. We're working on the breeder pens. I got my dad here helping. So last time you guys saw, we started putting these cross pieces in, and we are completely done with those all the way across. So everything should be square and level for the roof. So other than cutting off the tops of these 4x4s, we should be done with the roof part before we put metal on, which will be, we're a little ways away from that. But now we are going to work on getting the support beams along the back side here. That way when we run the metal all the way along the back, we have something to screw the metal to. So that's what we're doing now. I didn't bore you with us putting all these in because it's taken most of a day to cut every single one of these boards, pocket hole every one of them. As like I said, we pocket holed every single one. That way everything's flush, so, and level. But that's what we're doing now. And yeah, time to put the support beams across the back for the metal. Then we'll start working on along the base where the metal's going to go around the base. But then we can get to wire. Need a battery. That was anticlimactic. So we got all the, when my dad was here, he was a big help. But we got all these boards in, which we have to cut every single one of them exactly. They're not all the same. And then pocket hole every one of them in. So it's taking extremely long time. What is there? 5, 10 times 8, 80 of these boards we've had to exactly cut to measure, and then 4 screw pocket holes in each one. So that took most of today and yesterday. And then we got the backboards all in. These are back to treated. We're back to treated wood now. We're gonna run the pro panel metal over the back, up and down. So what we'll do is we'll kind of dig out what we can along the ground, set in an 8-footer all the way across, or 8-footers up and down, and then we'll come back and cut everything off flush with the top 2x6. So as we talked about that this end is lower than this end, we made an adjustment. So these last 4 pins all have the same height top board here, and the next 4 pins have a little bit different height, but that's mainly just so when we put self-tapping screws in on the back side, we can kind of just run a chalk line and or keep them level. But yeah, that consumed most of today. That's why there's not much film from today. It's just kind of some time lapse, but most of everything else is going to be the 2x4s around the frame. But I keep talking about chopping off these 4x4s, because somebody out there is probably tired of staring at them. So that's what we're going to do this evening, is try to chop some of these off, all of them off, I guess, until I run out of batteries. Timber. Watch yourself. Ooh. Huh? Straight enough. This roof's just going to go over the top of it. You'll never see the flaws unless I zoom in. Yeah, we don't talk about those. Yeah, that's why you paint everything white. Hide everything. But we'll knock all these down, and somebody out there is going to be like, should have used a chainsaw. Well, the only chainsaw I have is like an 18-inch bar chainsaw, and it's not exactly light. So this works great. I have turned down a bunch of channel sponsorships of electric chainsaws. Maybe I shouldn't have turned those down. Could have been using those right now. But I'm keeping it real for the viewers. Not trying to fill my videos with useless ads that I don't think will benefit you guys. Them and e-bikes. I could have a garage full of e-bikes. But lucky for you, I don't. Drive that to work. Unless I have to ride my regular bike. Safety first, guys. Make sure you put your glasses on. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. So enjoy some sexy B-roll maybe that Caitlin's gonna take, or a time lapse. I don't know. There's a bunch of this stuff that is just repetitive that I don't want to make a 30-minute video for you guys doing the same thing, but this stuff takes so long to do with just two of us, or myself, that I don't want to bore you guys drilling pocket hole jigs. So hope you guys appreciate that. We're trying to get enough stuff done to make it into each video, so you guys get to see more progress than just putting up 80 5-foot 2x4s, which I could have made 4 videos on, but I saved you guys the fast forwarding of videos. Anyway, back to cutting. Safety first. Welcome back, guys. I don't know when. It's been probably like 7 days, 5 days since you guys seen me last. Still in the same video. We got our free slave labor here. So now we can actually get making some progress. It's also been raining the last couple days, but we're back to working on the rest of the 2x4s that are going to divide the pins around the front. All the 2x4s we have left now are what the metal that's going to be buried around the edge is going to be attached to. So again, we're going to pocket hole every single board, and then once we get those done, we can start running metal or wire. So that's where we're at today. Hopefully we don't get too wet, but we're running out of time. We got to get this done, like it or not. Finally starting to look like a pin now. Hopefully you guys could tell in the time lapse what we were doing, putting these front boards in. That's going to be metal all the way along the front, and then that metal is going to be buried anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. So, and we got pretty much all the boards for the metal along the ground, and so they're actually starting to look like pins now with doorways. So pretty much all framed up. So now all we have left is we're going to start with the wire in the middle and between the pins. That way we can stretch it out past the door, staple it on and cut it off, and then we'll come back and build the doors to fit. So once we get the wire done in between each 8 pins, then it's all 8 doors being built, then it's metal, and it's done. Crazy to think. We're almost done. The framing is trying to get everything square and level and doing everything with the framing. Now that we have extra hands here, it goes 3 times as fast. But yeah, learned a lot. We may end up doing some more pins over on the south side too, but just need to get these done first and then financially recover from it before we get too carried away. All right, let's go get the wire, the air compressor, the staple gun, and so on and so forth. The hens here, they like having a giant jungle gym. Chickens and guineas have been hanging out on this thing all day. But this will be pretty slick when it's all done. Pretty big structure. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to have a pen that, you know, I know we won't have a bunch of people like coming to the farm, but you guys watching it, it makes me feel good knowing that it looks professional, and you guys will trust in our birds knowing they're in a safe housing environment and so on and so forth. But anyway, let's go get some wire. Well, we got this wire on here and it is tight. So that one's good. And then again, we'll have metal down here along the bottom, and all that back there is going to be metal. And then let's go down to the other end and see the other progress we made. This wire just takes so long because we have to stretch it, and I'm paranoid about wanting it super tight, because once these boards start drying out, it's probably going to loosen up some, but this one's really good and tight. Like I said, we stapled it all the way to the top, and then down to this board here, and then we cut it. Metal's going to come up to that board. So this pin is pretty much done. We've got the front side here. We wrapped it around to this side, and then this, like I said, this will be metal all the way around the back side. So this metal, or this wire, just takes so long because you're trying to stretch it really tight and make it perfect. That way you don't have any waves in it. Once we start getting after it again, now that we figured the process out, I'll show you guys in real time what we were doing, not just a time lapse, but yeah, so far looks pretty good. Again, metal will go down along here and around, and we'll bury that metal 6 to 8 inches along the ground, and then where the doors are, we'll dig that out and pour concrete. But pigs over here are getting hangry. We've been working all day and it's time to do chores. But we'll pick back up tomorrow doing we have 7 more divider wires, and then we'll start working on the doors. And then once the doors get done, we'll get the wire all the way across the front, and then we'll be ready for the metal. Metal will go pretty quick. The back, though, I think we're gonna have to get 8 footers and go all the way along the back, and then run a chalk line and then just cut them off. We'll have a bunch of 2 or 3 foot pieces. And then on the roof, it's a 20-foot roof, so I think we're gonna get 12 footers and 10 footers, and then overhang 6 inches on each side, and then overlap in the middle a foot. Anyway, we'll show you guys that as we go, but that's all we have for this video. Hope it's enough. It's boring just to sit here and not time-lapse stuff, but I hope I'm explaining it good enough so you guys get the idea that if you guys ever want to do something similar to this, it gives you good ideas. I hope we're explaining it good enough. But I'll show you guys on the next video how we're stretching this wire with rebar and using the air stapler better, so you get a good idea. Obviously I wanted to go with hardware cloth, but I'm not sure they make 6-foot hardware cloth. And I already have 300 foot of this chicken wire, this heavy duty chicken wire. And the chicken wire here in between is only keeping the chickens from getting to each other. So it's not like this is gonna keep any predators out. This is gonna be what's fighting predators, but most of your predators are gonna try to get down from below, and that's where the metal's gonna be. Same with metal on the door, and then concrete. But this whole chicken pen is inside a 2x4 woven wire fence. So obviously that's not going to stop raccoons, but it'll stop coyotes. That's the main thing. But anyway, if you got any questions, comment down below. Hope you guys are enjoying this series of the ultimate breeder chicken pen. And this is only 8 pens, so we may end up building 3 or 4 more back here next spring. But so far, I think it looks pretty good. What do you think? So, the boss has been bossing. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. You know the deal. We love you guys. Don't haggle with your egg supplier. Buy your chicks local.
And we'll see you on in the next one.